Oh, hello, beloveds, and welcome. I'm Amanda Sophia, and I am so happy and so honored to introduce just an incredible woman, goddess, friend, Rasha. Welcome. So honored to have you here today.
The honor is mine, Amanda. Finally, I'm with you, and I miss you so much. You've been, incredible in throughout my journey of Feng Shui. So I'm so grateful for you.
Oh,
So and very happy that we are together now.
I am so happy. And we were just having a little chat before we get on. We were saying the last time that we were together in person, Rasha came on my Glastonbury in England retreat in 2018, 7 years ago. So,
I know it's been amazing since I got the certification of Feng Shui until now. I would say it's been a magical journey.
oh, oh, you're just so beautiful. And I'm so grateful to have you here with us and sharing your knowledge and your wisdom and your light and your beautiful heart. So really excited. And Russia is such a gifted feng shui expert and interior designer and just goddess. So I'm so happy to have you here. And I was just thinking it'd be really beautiful because I always think people are always interested, like, what got somebody interested in feng shui? So I'd love for you to first of all share with us, like, what attracted you? How did feng shui and yourself kind of find each other?
Sure, yeah, I remember that day very, very well, to be honest, because I used to work in the corporate world. As so many people, you get to a point where you are not growing, you're in your comfort zone, and nothing new is changing. And I was sitting one day and I was like, okay, if I leave this job, so I used to do events planning. My background is design, but the life took me to events planning and was wonderful journey. But I reached a point where I wasn't passionate about what I was doing because you get to a point where you know everything and you're like, okay, what else? And I was sitting after work at home and I was like, okay, if I leave this and with the experience of 12 years, what do I do? What do I want to do? How can I start something new? And I was like, okay, it's nice to go back to design, but I want to do something something that I love. And I remember I was like, okay, I always think of energy. And I always, when I meet people, I always say, oh, I like their energy. Or I go visit a place and I say, oh, it's a nice energy. So something to do with energy. And like a lot of people, you know little bit about Feng Shui. And mostly what's out there, it's not really the real Feng Shui. It's, furniture placements and colors and don't put the bed here and don't put the sofa here, and it's not really the actual feng shui. And I remember I start searching for like, okay, energy, feng shui, got to do with the design. And I was looking for like people who I can learn from. And I remember I couldn't find anyone China, and we know why. And then I was
Why?
like,
Why? Tell us why.
because the knowledge is just, I think, imprinted within the people that they don't talk about it. So they know it by heart, but it's not something that they talk about, or, I think it's passed from generation to another, but it's not an easy thing to find a feng shui master, also speak the language and then teach you. I think it's a big challenge. So I found some in Hong Kong and Singapore, but it's like you gotta connect with someone, and then let me to you, Amanda. And I
Yeah.
remember I saw your picture and I was like, oh my God, yes, we work with energy, so you could feel someone's energy. And I was like, okay. And I immediately like logged in, and I was like, I think you had like I think it was June, and the certification was starting September. So I logged in, I, applied, and I registered, and you get access when you register to all the materials ahead of time. So I remember that night very well. I registered and I was looking at the information and I was like, oh my God, like, it's like when it's connected to your soul purpose, you feel like, okay, I'm being reminded of something that I really like knew before. And I was coming back from work every night, staying up until 4, 5 in the morning, and just because you had videos of you explaining, the things, and you doing the online classes, I think it was, no, it was an actual classes, but you had it available online. And I was just watching it every single night until 4, 5 a.m. And I remember I completed everything like before we even started. I was so excited. I found something that I really love and it matches my what I wanted. And from that moment, the decision I made to, leave the corporate world, resign, and I had zero, I didn't know what will work, what people will believe, what Feng Shui is. Am I able to start a business? I had no clue. But the only thing I knew was it gave me that peace that I don't have to worry. Like things
Oh,
will work.
I love that.
And Amanda, since that moment until now, I would say everything related to the Feng Shui in terms of clients, projects, anything, it just comes magically without force, without, doing like, I believe in doing your work, but when it's related to your soul purpose, you know that you don't have to worry and it just flows because you're in that frequency. So it just things just flows into your life. Yeah, clients find you even if there is hundred of feng shui experts, but they found you when they are ready. Projects find you. It's really really amazing. um until now I'm experiencing this, and that's why I say I will never retire from being a feng shui consultant.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And I want to come back to a couple of beautiful things that you've shared. And I love hearing your story and just how you were kind of divinely guided and you kind of, found each other and that you had that remembrance. You were like, I already know this. I'm just remembering. So that's what it's like this ancient wisdom that's already within you. And I love that you felt that soul purpose. And I totally get it. Like you were just like couldn't stop going through the course till 4
Absolutely, yes.
I remember going back when I was 30, I remember I used to have to just put matchsticks, to keep my eyes open, but I didn't care because it's just like you're in this divine flow and you just can't get enough. And you just like, so I could completely relate. And I love everything you shared. So I'd love to come back because I know that you're very successful as a consultant and there's all sorts of wonderful things that I can't wait to get to. But I'd love to hear a little bit more about your personal because we talk all the time is we have to walk our talk. Like we can't be out there practicing
Sure.
feng shui. So we've done it in our own homes and lives. So while you were learning, were you implementing in your own home and life? And what were, if you'd like to share with us any kind of personal things, shifts that you experienced that you really feel feng shui facilitated and supported?
Sure. Yeah. So when I was in that phase of learning and getting all the materials, and then we started the course and we're talking. So something that led me to think of, okay, I can go back and do interior design is when I purchased my home, a lot of people will come to my place and no one wants to leave. They will come supposedly to stay for like a couple of hours. They stay until next day morning. And it happened so many times. And everyone was like, oh, we love your place. We love your garden. And it's like, come do my house. Come do my house. So it helped me in that way to say, okay, I can start like an interior design business. I go back to design. And then, when I started learning feng shui, but magically, I think there is something within us. We know when you are connected, okay, this area needs water. I already had like 3 fountains in the house, one by the front door, one in the garden. I didn't know, of course, the placement of it, if it's correct or not. But when you learn, you're like, oh my God, like I put it in the right place.
Oh,
That's right here. Sometimes it's like our intuition connection to the house we live in. So I
Mm.
always tell my clients now, it's like whatever you do, just say, okay, you put, let's say they ask me where to put the plants, and sometimes they don't have, like, let's say, the extra cash in that time to do a full feng shui. I will just say, okay, just record a video and send it to me. And then, they record the video, and I was like, she's like, is it okay to put the plants there? I was like, yes, it's perfect. Do you feel like it's supposed to be there and you love seeing it there? Sometimes it's like following our inner intuition about things is clear. So things like that happen when I was studying feng shui. There's like, oh, this is right. But of course, it adds to, like, my house had a staircase in front of the front door, so having the crystals in the middle and adding the things that supported the house. There's so many things that, learn, and things that we also have it in our DNA, I think, from our ancestors, that they know, like, they're connected to the land. They know where to put things, in terms of water, plants, and all of that things. But I would say on a personal level, yes, changed me a lot, because I was stressed always, with work, under so much pressure, had always, like, I need to do things perfectly. I still have, like, small things still there, but I'm more in a very peaceful mindset, very peaceful. I think that what feng shui, like, sense of knowing, and sense of knowing that things will just, because I was shown time after time, I don't have to worry, you know?
Mm.
You get this confirmation, like, I had some days that I had zero in my balance in my bank account, you know, and you just know that things will work out. And yeah, someone will call me and they'll say, oh, I have this project, and I was supposed to go for just feng shui consultation, and then I end up doing the entire house, a full house renovation, landscape, and everything. It becomes a full project, where I was going there, let's say, for a couple of thousand, then you end up, getting the money that you needed in that time.
Mm.
And time after time, it happened, and it just made me realize that you don't have to worry. If you just raise your vibration to a certain frequency that matches with your soul purpose, things just aligns with you. It happened with people, with relationships, with friendships, with everything. I think that peace of mind that everything will work out at the end, um, that people tell me, like, oh, why you don't have to worry, where I used to worry a lot. i just know I just know that things will just work out at the end. And I think that inner feeling is, you no amount of money, no amount of anything will give you that feeling of just inner knowing that things will fall into the place and at the right time, and you should not go against the flow.
Mm. I love that. I love that. And thank you for sharing all this, going from a job, that in your event planning, but by 12 years, you were feeling really complete. So you were divinely guided and with your intuition and your deep knowing, right? To everywhere you've needed to be every step of the way, implementing the feng shui into your own life, creating a business in it. And like, it's like really weaving your gifts, right? Because you always were very intuitive. You already were putting the feng shui remedies in the right place before you learn feng shui. Because there's that deep knowing and that deep connection and that intuition and understanding energy flow, right? So I love all that. And then it just shifts you into this place. And I think when we live from this place of knowing, and I think the main word feeling that you're describing is trust. This deep trust within yourself, trust within the universe, within spirit, within, like I always call that golden thread, right? What's next? To like now having a very successful practice business where it's so rewarding because you're helping people, you're making a difference in people's lives. And when you really embody feng shui and you're like, I know this works. Like I know what it does for people. I know what it's done for me. So I know how this can help, like that embodiment. So tell us a little bit about kind of how that looks to you now, because it sounds like there's all sorts of wonderful jobs. And then I know this other exciting opportunity that you're, so share all from that's kind of you're experiencing within your feng shui practice and business.
Sure. So the thing is with Feng Shui, as I told you, is you have um, things just happens. So I remember just I just changed my LinkedIn profile, and I just put that I left my previous company, and I put like feng shui, interior design, and all of that. And I remember, like, I don't sometimes check a lot of messages, but things when it needs to happen. I'm sorry, my dog. Um, hope she's not gonna bark. Okay. Uh,
Just adding some good energy into our,
yeah,
our
yeah. Sometimes she gets excited over birds.
yeah. Oh,
So
my dog spends the entire day chasing birds, and I realize that the birds
yeah,
are actually playing with her as well.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, so I was basically I changed my job on LinkedIn, and someone approached me and he said, "Oh, Feng Shui, I have a furniture company," and I didn't yet took like I didn't take any projects yet. It's just I didn't even started my website. Like there's nothing yet there. And he approached me and he's like, "Oh, Feng Shui. I was looking for someone who's doing Feng Shui. I have a furniture company, and why we don't design a furniture line." And I was like, okay, this is like crazy, but maybe it's not right. And so I usually don't really answer people on LinkedIn or Instagram because a lot of spams.
Mm.
But I checked his profile and I said, okay. He said, "Can we meet for a coffee?" I said, "Yeah, sure." And I met with him for a coffee, and he explained to me what they do. They do custom designed furniture and all of that. And I was like, okay, great. And then he's like, would you mind coming to the office? And I was like, yeah, sure. I went to his office and he was just starting, interior design business and getting clients. And he was working on something with a landscape of a garden. And he's like, "What do you think of this?" So I started telling him, "Oh, if this, we add this and you change." And he's like, "Would you mind take the project?" And I was like, "No, I don't mind. I can." And that client basically had three things. He had an office, he had a villa with a garden, and then another villa, like interior design.
And
So on that,
where is all this located?
that was in Dubai.
In Dubai. Okay,
Where I
perfect.
was living, yes. So, and I was like, in one moment, I was worried about, building a portfolio because I had none. I was given, three projects. Plus, this guy was Indian and into Feng Shui. So I did his office, house, garden with implementing Feng Shui and interior design and landscape. So I've completed a portfolio on one set. I just started Feng Shui. So, and that aspect, things continued until this moment, grateful for all of that. But when it's like really your vibration is aligned with your soul purpose, you don't have to worry because you speak. Because as you said, like if you don't live it yourself, you can't sell it to others. And I always say, if you don't wear the shirt and know if it's comfortable, and you can't sell someone because you can't talk about it. So you experience it yourself. It's part of your DNA, I would say. And to jump into another thing related is, it's important to listen what people say about you. If something is repetitive that you keep hearing, it's related to your soul purpose. So if someone is saying, "Oh, you're good in critical, I don't know what," listen to them because everyone is seeing something you don't see about yourself. There's a talent within you. And will will always hear from people, "Oh, you're so positive. You have, great energy around you. You inspire me, blah, 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 blah." And you think within your, I think before you learn self-love and, self-respect and understanding your soul purpose and all your journey, you doubt. You have that doubt, that no, you're not enough. You hesitate to step into fully in your. It takes time, to be honest. It takes a lot of time, a lot of healings. The journey is. I would say, I always say it's like an onion. You peel one layer, you get another layer. You peel one layer, you get another. Never ending. That's something that you should listen what people say about you, because it's really related to your soul purpose. So with Feng Shui, I got a complete portfolio at the beginning. So I was like, okay, I'm ready. I started then taking projects with this guy. So I was grateful for him. He gave me a lot of projects. So I started taking projects with him. And then I started getting, and I think something really, really opened up was the free consultations for friends, for, offering it, because you learn from each consultation, and you also get the word of mouth that there's someone good out there, can help you with. So I think that was great from you, Amanda, because I I remember I did like free consultation for someone in the community where I live, and she was a lovely lady. I did her house feng shui, and then I had it for a couple of friends. And also, you learn from each one, and it's like you're opening your talent to the universe, and then you start attracting people. And I would say all my clients, it's either they just found it, and I don't know how, that they opened Google, they found me, and I get the consultation for them, or it's been a word of mouth that I did one feng shui for one client, and then she tells her friend, a friend tells a friend, a friend tells a friend. And I'm so grateful, because I love working with people. I love every project that I have done, and just getting the feedback that people feel better. Sometimes it's an interior design project turns to a feng shui, or a feng shui turns to an interior design project. Sometimes you go for feng shui and then you end up doing a life coaching session or a couple therapy. It's all related to each other, but the main purpose is just people feeling better in their environment, within themselves. I think that's a key. And that's what makes it fun and, good.
I love that, and that, like, no two are ever the same. So, like, it's and I don't know about you, but I mean, look, I get to chat with you and play, but it's not like it's not work. It's just soul purpose alignment, and that's why all this kind of magic just keeps unfolding, and all this beauty, and it is also so fulfilling when you witness facilitating, because obviously we don't do it, right? We're just channeling energy, we're channeling wisdom, and it's really them doing the work, right? We always know that. But to see that shift and that transformation just by allowing ourselves to be vessels for what wants to come through, like, I think that is so beautiful, it's so amazing. And I just love hearing about how your journey, and how beautiful it is, and with so much grace, and of course it's you, and how you're showing up, and of so much love and integrity and beauty, and so I'm really interested. So I love this alignment with this gentleman, you know um from LinkedIn. It's beautiful, and just by you saying, okay, I've left this company, I'm stepping into that, it's just by you announcing and saying, and when it we know when we're in alignment, because things flow, and it doesn't mean everything has to be perfect in our lives. We know that that's a human, having being a spirit, having a human experience. There's ebbs and flows, full moons and new moons, right? But there is still at the same time this inner peace and this divine flow that we're in. So what tell us more about the because I've been watching these incredible shows you've been doing, and you're amazing. But with the furniture and how you're aligning that with feng shui, I'd love to know more about that too.
So that's also a, magical story, I would say, because Um, it's been a couple of years that I have like a Feng Shui page, but I posted for a year, and then I stopped posting for 2 years. So I haven't posted anything on that page for 2 years. A lot of people will say, "Oh, just Russia, you have a lot of knowledge. Why we don't do videos and all of that?" And every time I buy the equipment, everything, it just doesn't happen. I get so busy with other things, it just never happens. And I went to Dubai for a couple of, it was supposed to be 15 days, and then I stayed for 2 months. And in my house, and I have nothing. Like, I'm sleeping on the floor on a mattress, being in a meditation state, and really just being in the waiting phase of life. I was renting my property, taking time, and you just have to wait and you have to trust that things will happen. But I didn't have dates that I'm leaving. So I'm just sitting on the ground, and then again I receive a message on Instagram, and again we receive a lot of.
Really, social media is a thing,
I
right?
know, I know. But we receive a lot of messages. You think it's a spam, right? It's like, "Oh, we are connecting with you and we would like to do something around Feng Shui." And I I was like, "Okay," I answered, and I was like, "Sure, this is my WhatsApp number. We can connect." And deep inside, I know that it's just not, it's not real. And the lady is so nice. She just, messaged me on WhatsApp, and she's like, "Oh, we're a furniture design company. We sell Italian brand furniture. We're located in Egypt, and we want to do collaboration with you doing some content about Feng Shui. Like, we have a lot of clients that they're interested in Feng Shui, and we want someone to align with our brand and everything." And I said, "Sure, I'm visiting Dubai. I am going back to Jordan. We can connect through Zoom." And she's like, "Okay, sure." And she set up everything, and everything happened like so quickly. So we set up a date, went to Cairo, we went for filming, and we did, so like, we're supposed to do 2 videos. We ended up doing, I think, maybe 8 or 10 content videos, and we agreed on something. And when I went there to the showroom, we spoke, we made change. So that's something also um
Amazing.
happened. Yeah, happened out of nowhere. I don't know how she found me, but again, when you're in the frequency of Feng Shui, things happen. We trust the gods.
Woohoo, thank you. Oh my gosh, this is just like
Yeah.
so beautiful. So,
So
so
it's been amazing because this is something that I was planning to do, never happened. And to get it in that way, professionally done, like God was telling me, "You didn't do it? Okay, I'll make it happen for you." So yeah, I'm so grateful. And I looked back at the message from that lady, and it was 12:12. She sent it, at that time. And you know it's always that little message that that you're supposed to
absolutely.
do this.
I know, I know. I totally. There's a message earlier on, and of course, we do the 24-hour clock, and the message came in. I was like, 13, 13. Well, there
I
you.
know.
Just
It's
like,
just
okay,
that little
I knew there's no
confirmations.
light. We're constantly looking at how the universe communicates with us. Like, it's a constant flow. As long as we're willing to see and listen and observe and receive, we're divinely
Correct.
guided every single step of the way. So I love
Absolutely.
I love that. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing all that you're sharing. It truly is so inspirational. Everything that you're sharing. Like, I'm just so happy to hear and I mean, you're so beautiful. And it was love at first sight. The second I saw you, it's like, I love you.
I know. Same here. Same here, Amanda. I'm like, you're in my prayers every single day. So grateful for you for, just opening up this journey, because you connect with people, and just having your picture, I remember, and just connecting with your energy before even we spoke. And you're an angel, because just find you, and then that opened that portal of you know you remembering. So you're inspiring, and I'm so grateful for you every single day,
Oh,
for all the, the teaching, because you can either love a subject or hate it by the teacher. It's always the teacher. So just to make it even, it's because people have this strong view about feng shui, but with you getting to know the real feng shui is related to spirituality, related to your soul purpose, related. It is not like just the practical thing of, as we said, just moving furniture, or, it's just alignment. You enter the place, you connect with the space itself, you're connecting with the people. And I think just finding the right teacher to teach you the right way is very, very important. And you are magical and amazing in the knowledge that you have. Um, I'm grateful for you.
oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And it is absolutely mutual, my love. And thank you for everything you shared. I would love if you could, because you are sharing about this absolute divine flow. Every moment observing it, experiencing it, living it, breathing it, embodying it. So what are 3 tips that you would suggest to all our beloved listeners that they could do in their home? 3 tips, main things that would facilitate and support them to be in their divine flow. Just simple things. I know we know how deep feng shui goes, but if there was 3 things that you would suggest, what would they be?
Sure. I would say love the place in order for the place to love you back. Because I see a lot of people that they just disconnect from where they live. Even if you live there for 5 days and you know it's temporary, just make it home. Make it a place that you enter and you love, because you want to get a feng shui consultation or not. Just make it a loving space. Put an artwork or a photo you love. Put a plant that you like. Buy yourself flowers. Enter your place with love. Touch the walls and tell them that you love them, because the moment you love your place, the place will love you back. And I think that's very, very important. I practice it my own, and then I see it with the clients. And a lot of people that sometimes I just speak with them on the phone and we don't do a feng shui consultation. And I just tell them, like, just do like small things that make you want to go back home and feel that it's a loving space, even if it's temporary. So that's number one, I would say.
Oh, I feel like that was 10.
That's then. And yeah, I think also just, yeah, bringing things that you love, that's important. But like what you're putting, let's say we sometimes we don't know what element we are, but we know in feng shui we are connected to an element. But our inner feeling will guide us to the colors that we feel more comfortable with or with. So I would say just follow that inner, even if the other people don't like what you put. So I have a friend, I love him so much. His house was like all red, you know? So you feel uncomfortable if you don't, feel around red, but he loves red. So it's, it's his way of showing, and he loves his space. So do what makes you happy. Have natural things around the house. So remove any fake things like fake plants, fake flowers. We know that it attracts fake energy or fake relationships. Just have natural things. And the same as how you love your home, I think just bring any kind of plants and care for it, because that caring of something, or have a pet, something that you care for, because the impact of that loving you back is huge. Like, caring for a plant and then see how it's growing slowly or getting the flowers, and I get so excited. I know a lot of people don't like plants, but just,
I love
yeah,
plants as much
yeah,
as possible.
it's so
Oh,
nice. And then, or have a pet, care for an animal, or, care for someone, your neighbor, who doesn't have anyone, just check on them. Like, this personal, connections with people makes you feel better. Um, and I love mirrors as well. Like people are so scared of mirrors. So I would say place your money on that mirror and get all your money back.
Multiplies the energy. I love it.
Exactly. And I think that's you can give that tip to everyone. Just place your money on a mirror, place your crystals on a mirror. Anything that you want to duplicate the energy, place the mirror where you have a nice garden. And for me, I love mirrors. I'm not scared of mirrors. If you place it in the right place, you
They're
create
powerful.
magical energy.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So amazing, so amazing. Thank you for sharing your light and like so much in your inspirational journey. It's absolutely incredible. And we're going to make sure in the show notes we've got LinkedIn and Instagram and your website and everything. But would you like to tell us now how people can find you and everything?
So we have, I have an Instagram page. It's called Feng Shui by RK. So they can find that. And yeah, I think when they're aligned, they will find me.
Well, leave it up to destiny.
No, we'll share the website as well.
Definitely will share the website. We
Yeah,
definitely
sure,
with your videos and you share so much amazing, amazing information and just to connect with you. So, oh, and maybe
sure.
you share what is one um thing that you like to do every day that just keeps your vibration so beautiful and high? What is one thing that you would share with us?
So now, since I moved back with my parents, so I have in my room. So I still have all my crystals, my Himalayan salt lamp, my Buddha, and all of that. So I think creating a space for you, even if it's a small corner, that you feel connected with the thing. So I always burn, sage or anything that I like the smell of. Light a candle, and yeah, I have like angel cards, and I like to start the day with like pulling a card, and just, but I love music as well. So I'm a big music listener. Listen to everything from rap to meditation music to Korean techno, whatever. But I think music can change your mood and can set you in a different frequency. But I do that. I also make sure that I go to the gym 6 days
Mm.
a week. And that's I'm grateful for like just being disciplined. And I think watching what you eat, exercise, doing the things that you love, slowing down, because I never experienced slowing down in life. And now, like everyone is telling me, oh, so what do you do? I say, I retired. Of course, not from Feng Shui, but from other things. And it's like, oh, you're still young. Why would you retire? I was like, why not? Why not? Just experiencing slowing down in things, just enjoying, a cup of coffee, a cup of tea without rushing, taking your time, going for a walk with my dog and taking that time. It's just the beauty of slowing down that we usually in this life, we don't experience it because we're always rushing, rushing, rushing. Unfortunately, we all been there. But just at least get yourself to even one day that you can slow down and do things for yourself just to recharge your battery. And I'm so connected to the sun, so I feel like I recharge from the sunlight. So that's also a medicine.
Mm.
And yeah, a lot of good things. And just waking up being grateful is the most um, important thing. Just being grateful that you're alive, that you can, see the people around you in good health, that you're able to eat and you're able to have a home. And, a lot of people, don't have all of these luxuries that we take it for granted. To just be grateful for every single thing in life and the connections we make with people. I don't take, if things happens, let it happen. If doesn't happen, you bless it and you let it go. And this is something that I practice every single day. If things didn't work, something else is meant to happen. Everything happens for your highest good, and that's rule number one.
What is ours will not pass us by, and if it does, thank you, right? Because
Absolutely.
have that
Absolutely.
trust that knowing that things are orchestrating in the highest and best. So thank
Correct.
you, thank you. I
Thank
love
you, Amanda.
you. Oh, you're amazing. It's just been a pure joy. And also just the last thing that just for some reason all our beloved sisters are coming to mind, Nikki and Ashley and everybody. And I'm just
Oh,
thinking
not bad.
how special also the community that comes with Feng Shui. And just thinking of all our beautiful sisters and everything.
Absolutely.
Them that have been on the journey too. Oh,
Oh
Rush,
my God, yes. It's they've been we haven't seen each other for a long time, but just the bond, the connection is there for life.
I
It's a family.
soul family, soul family. Rasha, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sending so much love and so much gratitude. So
Thank
amazing.
you.
Thank you for
The
sharing.
same. The
Thank you.
same here. Thank you, Amanda, for the opportunity. Loved seeing you and talking to you, of course.
True love.